Why did Rosa Parks disobey the bus driver that day?
Civil rights leader Rosa Parks. This is her story.
Rosa Parks was taking a stand against racism and segregation for the equality of men and women of all colors.
Rosa Parks took a stand in history by standing up to whites to end segregation and the good of equality among people of all color.
This is the actual bus that Rosa Parks rode in 1955. It was found in a field in 2002, and it was rotting. So the Henry Ford Museum in Denborn, Michigan, restored it back to its original place.
Rosa Parks was a strong-willed woman. She took a stand against racism and segregation in the Montgomery bus boycott of 1955. She experienced 14 days of hard labor. Jeffrey,
Yes.
how do you feel about this?
Cool winter day. Rosa Parks was taking the bus in Montgomery. Instead of sitting in the back of the bus with the rest of the African Americans, she sat in the front where only white people were allowed to sit.
So, you're telling me that white people had to sit in the front and black people had to sit in the back?
Yes.
Outrageous.
The bus driver even told her to get up and sit elsewhere. But when she didn't take any action to his command, the bus driver called the police department, and then she was then fined $10 and 14 days of hard labor.
Oh!
This is Rosa Parks' family. All the way to the left is Rosa Parks' brother. And right next to Rosa Parks' brother is Rosa Parks' sister. And right next to her sister, yes indeed, that is Rosa Parks, that little girl. And then to the right is her mom. This is Rosa Parks collecting NAACP membership dues of $2. This was most likely during her trip to Los Angeles, California in 1956.
How, Jeffrey, did the black and white communities react or respond to Rosa Parks' arrest?
In response to Rosa Parks' arrest, mainly the black community began boycotting public buses for their right to sit wherever they want to on the bus.
Rosa Parks quote, "People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired. But that isn't true. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in."
This is Rosa Parks getting assessed by a police officer after getting arrested because of her actions on the bus.
There are many details left out of the Rosa Parks story. Would you mind telling us some, or as much as possible, because I know you're a Rosa Parks expert, would you mind telling us some of those details that have been left out?
In December 1955, Rosa was taking the Montgomery bus system home from work.
What was her job?
She was a seamstress.
A seamstress, eh?
Yes. Multiple white men entered the bus. No seats were left, so they had to stand on the aisle.
The white man had to stand on the aisle?
That is correct. Well, the blacks were, they got to sit down.
They got to sit down?
Yes.
Because they were there first, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
And the bus driver told Rosa and 3 black African American others. So the 3 others complied with no demands. But Rosa put up a fight.
No, did she? So she was denying it, like most of us know.
Rosa denied.
She denied.
So while others obliged to the bus driver's request,
Yes?
Rosa,
took a stand in American history.
the bus driver, called the police on Rosa Parks for taking a stand in history.
May I interrupt? Was there like a divider or some sort of way that the bus was split up between the blacks and the whites?
Yes, there was.
There was.
There was a dividement, and there was a white color and then a black color.
Yes.
And the bus driver could move.
So is that what the bus driver did?
That is correct.
So he was cheating the system, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
This is what happened to Rosa Parks on December 1st of 1955. Rosa Parks boarded the bus and sat in an aisle seat in the designated colored section. 3 stops later, the driver told Parks and 3 other blacks in her row to move back to make room for a white man. The 3 blacks moved back. Parks slid to an adjacent window seat and refused to move. Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on the request of a bus driver. As you can see, there is a divider between the colored and white section. The bus driver got up, moved the divider back just so a white man could sit there.
So some background information. She was born in Alabama in 1913. Her brother was born 2 years later, and her parents soon separated growing up.
So tragic. I mean,
Jim Crow laws govern their public lives, and this segregated from the whites and the blacks.
This is Rosa Parks at a bus stop, awaiting to board the bus.
I was always wondering what her early life was like, or like her childhood, if you may.
That's a very interesting question.
Thank you.
Do you know what segregation is?
No, can you remind me? I'm just processing so much right now.
Well, segregation is where you separate 2 different races. Like whites would go to like this school, this water fountain, this store, and the blacks would go to their own color store. Those were whites and different colored people. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That is awful.
In her autobiography, she recalls many white folks who were kind to her and their family. She is also describing a vivid memory of the KKK.
What is this KKK you speak of?
Well, the KKK is a white group of people who think they have all the power, and they kill blacks. They really hate blacks. They want to get rid of them, and they
Say no more. Did you witness this at a young age?
They were walking down her street at night. It was, yeah. This taught her about the very prejudice in their town and country. By learning the corruption in society at a very early age, she was able to grow as a person and fight and teach others what was right.
This is a quote for Rosa Parks. You must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right.
How does this, Jefferson, affect the future of the black community and their position in society?
Rosa Parks' bus incident, along with other stands for equality, further led to the civil rights movement.